want to just thank you for taking a little time out of your day to get together with us today. As you know, this is our 125th anniversary. So back in 1897, a group of community members got together and decided we needed a hospital here in Washington County versus having to travel into Pittsburgh. And they started our organization in a little house downtown, and it moved around a little bit. And so we're celebrating, and we have been all year in little and small ways. And as you know, we've had other events this year. So we're here for another one of those small events to sort of honor the people who started the organization back in that time period and got us to where we are today. A lot has happened during that time, and I want to make sure that I thank our administrative teams over the years, board, medical staff, volunteers, students, and of course all of our employees over the time, because they all helped build this organization into what it is today, 125 years later. I went back and looked, so I was curious, because we always talk about diversity, inclusion, and all those kind of things in today's world. What I didn't know until about a month ago is in our first 20 years, there were actually 5 female CEOs. Now back then they called them superintendents. But you think about it, right? It's difficult for women in business to rise in today's environment, but back then we had 5 of them in the early years. And over the last 67 years, almost 70 years, there's only been 5 CEOs leading the organization. And so much like your beloved Steelers, there's been consistency of leadership, there's been consistency at the board, and frankly, there's been consistency amongst our medical staff and employees as well, which is, I think, what helps us be and is a great organization, right? We have great talent, great people who are here for a long period of time, taking care of our friends, our neighbors, and our loved ones. Now, when we celebrated our 100th anniversary, which was before my time, you might recall the organization at the time commissioned a local artist to design a painting. They commissioned a painting to be done that hung in the lobby here until just recently. That was a picture of sort of the hospital on the hill. It was a look back of when the hospital was built here. This building is about 100 years old. What that looked like from up where Presby Senior Care is, looking down onto the city with the hospital in the background. And we just recently relocated that picture. Well, we wanted to do something similar at the 125th. We didn't want to redo a painting. So we actually picked an illustrator out of the Harrisburg area. We had a number of calls with her to try and sort of describe our culture, our history. We sent her a number of photos, and I'm happy to be able to unveil for you in just a second the illustration she made to sort of commemorate this time in the history. But before I do that, lastly, I just want to thank each and every one of you as well. I mentioned our past leaders, staff, board members, etc. But of course, the group here, the group who've been with us for the last number of years, and all of our team members going forward are going to help us reach the next 125th anniversary down the road when we're celebrating our 250th, which none of us will be here for. But the work you guys are doing, just like our predecessors, help the organization drive forward. And I just want to thank you as well before I forget. So without any further ado, I'm going to unveil our illustration here. So this, and you'll be able to come up and take a quicker, closer look at it in a second. Basically, working with the illustrator, they took a number of different buildings over the course of time, going back to the original hospital in 1897, in different parts of our campuses and locations over the years, and started work from our origination up to where we are today. And there are different parts of our buildings, facilities, campuses, and locations over those 125 years. So I think she did a great job. We're very proud of our history and, of course, everything you've done. And, thank you for being here to sort of see this illustration and commemorate this moment. So thank you.
I'm Sarah Schumacher, Executive Director for the Washington Health System Foundation, and you can purchase the 125th anniversary commemorative prints in the gift shop at the Washington Hospital. Tonight is a great night. We are hosting our first Grateful Gathering. You can see the tree next to me. This event is to honor our 125th anniversary, but it is also to kick off the holiday season and to celebrate life and make a donation in honor or in memory of your loved one. So please come out and join us. We've moved the festivities inside to the lobby so that you will be nice and warm. We'll have kids activities. We have a balloon artist coming. We have tunes from DJ Tim Sanders. We have hot dogs food truck. We have a bunch of our health system employees coming to share the evening with you, and we'd love to see you join us. So thank you so much and hope to see you tonight.